Very curious to see what Gen.G is cooking. Well, it helps when you're Texture and you can just, you know, tap people.
ISO versus the Chamber, but it's going to be a nice flash setting up Potter for big success. Simon once again proving his worth as that support agent. And that's going to clear out B long. Still 3 members remaining for Gen.G, but EDG sitting comfy with 4. They just want to clear out the rest of the map. If it's A, we'll just go for the retake. We're holding on to Art, so we have multiple ways of entering onto the site. And that's the game plan right now for the Chinese squad. The world champions, we should note, of course, still the core members here.
Yeah, still 3v4 that Gen.G is going to have to deal with. Only a couple shock darts for this post plant, so that's going to send Yo-Man deep. And there's already pings coming out from EDG. They're already reading this pretty nicely, so Yo-Man's going to have to deal with some pressure.
Oh, he's getting up close. He doesn't want to get lost on the far side, but Simon just creeping up right down the main path. Not taking any sort of height advantage, throws Yo-Man off, and now that is the signal for the retake. Potter double sliding in, just wants to make sure he clears out all the close angles. Want to check for any sort of spam, and Foxy9 shows himself from Flowers. He's actually still alive. Munchkin still not spotted. This is huge. A lot of deception there with the gate crash, baits him out, and Munchkin's ready for it with the double right click tap. Trying to continue that momentum. He uses it, gets the ultimate, ties up the Astro. If anything, you're still going to get the free kill from your teammates, and Texture will still get it for himself. Refresh the shield. Meanwhile, Gen.G just cleaning house on the backup. And this is the type of pressure that ISO can put on, right? You trap one guy, even if he wins the duel, the rest of the teammates have to swarm around to try to protect him afterwards.
Yeah, it is a really good ultimate in a lot of different situations. And that's why you would see it a lot on Haven and maps like that. Like bigger maps, you can really allow yourself to either spread the map, go for that early pick, or in situations like you're talking about, like post plant, something like that, Karan's going to find the last player, nobody taken down.
Make sure they keep these weapons in hand for as long as possible. A lot of attention to mid, but Texture just not losing a single first duel today. Takes down Potter. It's a nice trade from Toast. But at the end of the day, Gen.G still applying pressure, making sure EDG cannot push out any further than the middle of the map for the line of scrimmage. Dimensional Drift comes out for info.
Yeah, this is so difficult for EDG to deal with. They're able to at least get Karan down. Foxy9 has so much information on the space that's free. Yeah, Fragment's going to come through. Plant still, nobody had to pull off of it. Nobody actually going to find Munchkin as well on the backside.
It's you
and
me.
They still have good control of Flowers. Meanwhile, a kill contract comes out. The Texture, if he can win this one, it should give them a little bit more breathing room. But Simon, good with the jiggle. That's the cue for Toast to swing out and get a nice double.
Texture in tandem. Yo-Man, oh my god, this is so
3
dangerous.
members. Is he ready for it? He finds 1, he finds 2, he almost gets the 3rd. They absolutely are not watching out for him in time, and he gets the clean headshot. Simon holding close, so is he ready for the double? He jumps in, but Texture's ready. They're holding the angle as a crossfire right at the smoke. Texture, nice swing adjustment as well for a 2nd kill, and there is the From the Shadows. This was set up by Munchkin, cross map, pushing both sites at the same time. As soon as one's clear, you go for the plan. Chichu, he's ahead of it. Munchkin not ready for it, but there's just too many angles to check as Gen.G keeps the lead. Already entering into B link. Nobody. He's already distracted, watching towards B main. And then, oh, the TP in, and Foxy9 gets a free kill. That's the signal for Karan to start pushing through. It's a double stack here in B link. Texture goes down, but Karan's still alive. Hunter's Fury to keep them tied up, and now it's the signal to rotate. We've drawn enough attention. They're heavy on B. And Karan wants to make sure that he holds on to mid, gets taken down. Information denied against Gen.G.
Yeah, this is really good stuff from EDG. They've got gun upgrades all across the board as well. Still have that Fade ultimate into the post plant potentially. Munchkin trying to push his way forward, but already nobody's here. Oh, the smoke just in time.
But nobody's way ahead of it, and yeah, you're so distracted by the neon noise as well. So it's a good setup by Potter from EDG. So Gen.G's pretty well prepared for it, but there is the pop blast right past the clone. He just fires through it, gets the collat through the clone. And now that is full control. Spike down as well. So the operator now on watching the flank duty over on Art, right next to his trademark. It's still a 2-man stack. Double tap Hughes. Nobody just trying to get it off, and he does. He actually gets to scratch through the smoke. The shield is off, and now they just want to run the timer out. You love this awareness from EDG.
Yeah, they're playing really, really smart right now. And it's a great push again by Potter. Even though he dies for the cause, it's very worth. And you just can't aggress this angle. You could try, but you're gonna get off.
Spike down A.
The Astra down. Texture, no more double tap for the time being. See if he can use the contingency to some value. Swings out. Nice adjustment on the headshot. The swings have been pretty good from Texture so far today, but there's still 3 more members
30 seconds left.
First up is Toast here, right next to B-Link. He hears the footsteps. He's letting his teammates know he wants to catch him from behind. And Texture gets an inkling of it, but Toast, there's the pop flash, but he realizes a bit too late on that. So he wants to reset. He's still good for one. Kind of baits out some of the early shots, but there's a nice counter flash coming out. And Texture will get two to his name before he goes down. Now down to a 3v3. Paranoia to gain some control of B main once again for Gen.G.
Yeah, so the timeout call working really well where they're able to challenge these angles, not give them up for free. You know, there's always a couple players pushing one end of the map or the other, try to challenge these Gen.G sort of space-taking maneuvers. And so far, now things trying to turn the way of EDG. Long-range shots, nobody takes a scrape of damage. Yeoman down to 85. Just gonna wait this one out a little bit and have that Cosmic Divide. Could potentially try to make a go of it. That Nightfall there could be a little tough because those tethers are...
You are divided!
Yeah, and so we are going to see the Astro Ultimate come out, like you mentioned, just trying to sneak in. Just one plan. There's the Fragment to buy time. Then there's the Nightfall as well to deny any sort of information. Do they go for a double peek out? Yeoman with a nice shock dart against Simon. I think he got scouted by the recon as well. So they're aware that he's low health, he's trapped. And that suddenly brings a massive advantage towards Gen.G. Nightfall already used as well, so now it's all up to Chichu. Needs to slice up these angles, find single shot after single shot. Just kill after kill. Drone getting taken down, not quite by nobody. Chichu needs to fish for these kills, but now they know his exact position. And Gen.G has no reason to peek until they hear the tap on the defuse. There's the one way as well. EDG looking like they want to go for the save with the operator.
Yeah, there's just not much left they could do. They needed to find one of those early ult.
Wow, Chichu's gonna find a nice shot, but Texture does win his duel, so it's a trade across the different realms. Potter wants to flash out with the pop flash, but there's the double tap in action. Can't finish the kill. And Texture continuing to push through. Dimensional Drift just to buy time. Yeoman's gonna trade off of that one, and Sight now cleared open for Gen.G.
Yeah, just comboing their utility.
Spike planted.
Caterpillaring their way through.
Well, just to make sure the TP's a bit safer. Toast actually jumps down. I thought that was risky, but he's actually going to be able to hold on to not just the site, but also be all the way to the end. A 3K for the youngster here on EDG, being given an opportunity to get some experience, prove himself perhaps to a wider audience. And boy, that round proves it right there. Texture not able to enter the site, trying to find a long-range pick.
That's the butterfly effect. He gets that first kill. If he doesn't get that, it's probably Gen.G winning this round. Yeah, there's a double stack there. Not much he can do. Karan getting a parting gift, but with that spike down, he would have to make quite the play to do anything in this round. But yeah, the butterfly effect there, just get that one kill, and then all of a sudden the round completely changes. You're able to open up space for yourself to get some more. Okay, Karan.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, like, Karan Potter at the ready. No slide available, so he will just have to walk in once his teammates show themselves, but that's too much of an elbow. Texture gets one, gets traded immediately afterwards, but still not a way to enter onto the site. Karan is ready for the Neon, and the site's still under Gen.G's control. The Cosmic Divide not going to do too much. Everyone from Gen.G ahead of it, and it is going to set up. Put it down, I think it did. Now Shock Dart comes in, almost gets the kill onto Chichu, and meanwhile the spam, this time it's counter spam from Potter. He'll pick up the first kill, so Yeoman not able to find one for his troubles. He'll have to give the site for the time being. Art being held by Texture, and this is going to be an important one. He doesn't catch sight of Toast, so he wants to constantly push out. He wants to know, is there a flank or not? Can we go in for the retake or not? Toast not showing any signs of wanting to go all the way around. Meanwhile, joining the main forces on A main. See if the spam comes through accurately. Chichu good for one, just buying some time. Prowler keeps him at bay on Art, but Texture with 3! Swings out into the middle of the map, one tap each time, and that's a 3K, and he's still holding them at bay. Eventually gets taken down, half not done just yet. Foxy9 very weak. Karan has to get the kill for first, but no! It's going to be the double swing world. Oh, they're holding close. They're already through. Foxy9 enters the fast save right after the Neon. He's good for 2. EDG not ready for it. The comms are breaking down, and the attack has been stopped. Absolute flood defense from Gen.G.
That's 2 gun upgrades as well. A Guardian and a Spectre are going to be picked up off the back of that. And all of a sudden, EDG has just crumbled. You get that pistol round win. You feel like you might be able to get this map back under your control. Spike on the ground. What do you do? What a phenomenal TP there from Foxy9. Just such great understanding of the timing. And like you said, EDG just never really able to calm where and when it happened.
I mean, you were holding at long range trying to defend, but with the fast lane and the enemy smokes as well, vision so obstructed, and you really just needed Potter to be able to stay alive. But with his second line of attack being taken out by Foxy9, he was almost stranded on an island. Tough one. Chichu did not like the look of that clone. You know, you don't want to take any risks. Yeah, just shoots in the back of the dome in case it swings around.
It did have that minor update where it doesn't look as cloney.
Yeah, and more utilities are hitting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just never want to take that chance.
No, absolutely not.
You don't want to be the one guy that enters the highlight as the guy who never quite cleared the potential clone.
Yeah, the guy who. Okay, well,
all right.
I was gonna
reactions to the flash, but there's the Prowler. He's still peeking out. Foxy9 a little bit stuck in the bunker. Eventually goes down to Potter, but Yeoman's still sharp with the Guardian. So is Munchkin. And now Spike down. They don't have it in their hand. They can't go for the plant. They have to step back out in the open.
And that means Texture is just going to take this opportunity to wrap flank through main and have a really good chance at maybe even grabbing the player.
Exactly. That's
while they're
what I was
trying
thinking.
to plant.
Yeah, with the kill contract, it's absolutely the way to win the round, and EDG trying to maybe call that out. And he is going to send it out, and EDG says, okay, good thing we didn't stick it, but 30 seconds left. You just know that they're slowly tightening the chokehold. EDG needs to find a way to peek out and get the first pick. Chichu's picked up the operator. That's one option, but there is Munchkin from the side. Too many angles for EDG to cover. Nobody, he's busy. He's trying to go for the double. Can't finish off Charon, and Gen.G will continue. Still sitting here. She's just waiting on the side. Can't quite escape the relay bolt, but they haven't spotted him. Nobody. Nice swing with a stinger. Oh, Munchkin. Oh, Chichu. Okay, well now, EDG, the round is looking like we thought it might. You get a couple upgrades, you've got the spike planting, you've got a couple ultimates as well.
It's just that little bit of early space that EDG takes that kind of throws everything off balance for Gen.G. They can't get a good read on this. It's going to have to be a clear. Texture's position going to be revealed. Can't even get a kill before he's taken down. Yeah, Charon. Okay, Charon.
Okay, he's already opened things up, and Foxy9's here, but Charon goes down. But before Foxy9 back out front, but he's going to get tagged. He doesn't have any way out. He has to run away. Will eventually get traded by nobody.
It's a great 0 point. Man, Simon's utility is so freaking good. He is just absolutely on point with the flashes and the 0 points. Just a tremendous player. Toast as well going to get one. Karen trades out nobody. Munchkin finds Chichu out over at A main. Way on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that breaks any other extra options, right? So now you know exactly where the EDG members are, given the frags. Charon kind of ready for it, but he wants to set up, so Texture's going to be on duty to watch B-Link. Charon this time watching the smoke. 0 point gets taken out, so they're not quite sure if it's 2 or 1 members here. Texture never quite getting framed, so Charon able to 180 against Toast. And now it's going to be Simon all alone, already stuck in a 1v2, soon to be a 1v3. There's the paranoia.
And set up your own retake. Use this drone to get a little bit of information. You're going to use that dimensional drift. Let's see if they're going to invest the Cosmic Divide as well. There we go. I love this from Gen.G.
Yeah, they've spotted them all, so Yeoman's just able to get the sprays. Foxy9 pops out as Yeoman is the distraction, but never mind. He's actually the tip of the spear as he gets a triple kill on the retake.
Just brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, well,
let him know, Yeoman.
Yeah, let him know how you really feel.
Yeah, that's right, Foxy.
EG already taking control of tree, so they have a way to enter in. Toast winning that fight is huge. Chichu going all the way deep, just gets the info. They actually force Texture onto the site. He can't find the kill. He's stranded, and EDG will be able to take over the A site.
Yeah, they're looking really clean here. Chichu even catching Munchkin trying to come in. Karan just left blindsided. All to Yeoman. Nothing he can do. Chichu finds 3 in the round.
And now that's full main control. Again, early tree control as well, but Potter this time all alone, not quite aware that Munchkin might be hugging the wall. So that will slow things down. Texture is ready for another peek. Chichu suspects it, but Texture is quicker on the trigger. Has a better angle on that swing out.
Now you got a bunch of players that are just going to try to brute force their way through A potentially. Just be able to kind of spam and hold the line. Yeah, Munchkin already claiming 1 life.
But now the remaining weapon's not good for these long-range battles either. So while EDG would have loved to at least do some damage, especially because it was 3 members on half armor here for Gen.G, so you had an opportunity to really make it sting. But at the end of the day, Simon's just going to have to wait to see if Gen.G pushes out. If not, I'm sure he'll peek out in the last 10 seconds or so. You know, make sure that he at least goes down and gets some extra creds as he wants to upgrade his weapon in the future. Let's see if Gen.G kind of just lets him be even towards the end. I presume they'll just hold the angle all the way to the bitter end of the round, and E2G surely
30 seconds
kind of
left.
reconsidering options.
Flawless.
Texture will be the one. There's a lot of pressure on Chicha to try to get control of B main if they want to do anything, but Simon opens things up. Gen.G now a little bit lost and confused on the intel. He's going to get a tag onto Karon, so keeps him tied up. Make sure that he's blinded with information, but Karon with a fast re-clear as soon as the suppression dies out, and that's the call for Gen.G to remain here on the B site.
It's a great move by Yeoman, sensing the pressure. Not going to get touched by that alarm bot.
Oh, Chichu's so weak. He feels the pressure from behind as well, and he has no option than to peek out. Yeoman with another kill. Simon gets one with the fragment, but he's
30
staying
seconds
alive.
left.
They do eventually have to plant the spike.
Yeah, that was a great paranoia there. Keeping
Spike
Yeoman
planted.
alive for this 2v2. Still got a couple shock darts to play around with as well. Simon, I guess, could pop the null command, but I don't really see a
Last
reason to.
player
Not when you're
standing.
just shooting him in the head.
And now just a close 0 point. They know he's already entered onto the site itself. So Karon's position for field. He swings out for a nice kill onto Simon, trying to find the last target, but there's too many angles.
Foxy playing ahead of the turret, actually. That's dangerous, but he's able to win it.
Yeah, it looked a little risky, especially because Gen.G was setting up for a recon play, it looked like, from Yeoman. So Foxy9, there was a chance that he wasn't ready for it, but he'll win out, even if it's only with 45 HP remaining. That empties out the B site for another 10-20 seconds if a rotation comes through, and Gen.G happy to hold their ground here on the A site. Texture, operator in hand. Here comes the res from a little bit further away, but Karon's still going to stop the force on there in main. And Texture and Munchkin chaining together an extra kill each to shut down the advance on Turret. Just yet, they're actually going to go for a pinch paranoia onto Munchkin, but it clears before they go for the swing. He's ready for it. Just needs to play for time. Only 10 seconds left on the clock, and EDG enters the grinder and all get on it to reposition or maybe beat them out, but for now it's just a paranoia to buy time. There's a good ping, and he's good for it with the headshot right through the smoke. Also catches in Potter, who was already in the site, and that just forces their hand up in mid. That allows Yeoman to be ready. Here comes the null command. And so it's going to be Texture watching from far. He actually gets the KO before the entry happens, and that's going to mask Yeoman's position even further. Holding close with the Odin, saw the head, but nobody's quick with the headshot. Texture now caught in the sight, but Foxy9's here for backup. He's good for the 4K. Gets all three as they enter in from market. Now hunting for the ace.
Don't die. Don't die to the nano.
Definitely don't die to the nano. That would be anticlimactic for sure. I don't think he's going to get it. Chichu's not going to get absolutely that this is the entry onto B. Fragment comes in, but Texture just waits for the extra frag. Peeks out for another. He's going for a third. Smoke comes out. That'll stop him. He eventually goes down, and Potter and Toast, the two youngsters, they're trying to clear it, but the lockdown, you just can't get past that. There's no time. The round is done. You have to take everybody out, and Toast is trying his darndest, but you just cannot win as Karon is so...
Senses danger, decides to get back out of there. That's a great flash, though.
Oh, well timed, and we see very small variations of that play so much, but this was a clean one. Nobody's still going to stay alive for the time being. He actually peeks out for a second, maybe. Okay, that was a little messy on both sides, but Foxy9 will come out on top, and that's exactly what Gen.G needed to be able to enter the site. Meanwhile, Munchkin, he's still fishing for a lurk. He thinks the rotates might have been late, but EDG's all here. Munchkin's not going to be part of the fight if EDG comes through. Foxy9, though, buying time. Yeoman as well. They haven't planted it just yet, and now they will wait until Munchkin comes. I love the patience coming in. Toast, the Inkling comes in. He tries to go for a comeback. Potter getting that distance, but he's just too weak. Karon with the swing, Texture with the pinch, gets over, gets the information with the one shot coming out from Toast. So now it's a crossfire here in Tree. They're just keeping them tied up, waiting for the main force to enter through a main. And Sight give it over to Gen.G.
Just the coordination with these players is so darn good, and now Texture's gotten up into heaven, but they're already spamming it.
Ooh.
I don't know if they heard it or just know that that's what Texture likes to do. Yeah, they're going to take him down.
Yeah, he tried to weave as much as possible, but not quite Neo in this round. As Yeoman waits with the Ares. If they start to flood in, they will just get massacred. The dart doesn't quite get cleared, so Yeoman has to reposition, drawing out a lot of time and fire. It's a 4v2 in favor of Gen.G. EDG just don't have enough bodies to throw out the problem. Ready for the anti-flash, and Chichu's there for the scout. They're calling for it, but there's the flash. Chichu gets the trade, but not able to save nobody. So that opens up market. That allows the spike to be delivered onto the site. Meanwhile, Karon still waiting on a site. Only gets one. Potter cleans up the site, and now the rotations come through for EDG. But Chichu, too far ahead, gets picked off, makes it an even 2v2.
Foxy's just so dialed in. What do you do now? Sets up a nano for the alley push so they can hold the stairs.
Yeah, and the alarm bot on stairs as well, so you don't really need to be peeking it. This gonna be tough. The Nanos just to keep them at bay, and then the 0 point to scout out. You know they're both close now. The alarm bot gets triggered. Munchkin only spots one. They don't know that Potter's here just yet.
Last
Potter in a
player
1v1 against the IGL of Gen.G. Taps and swings immediately, and Munchkin lands the shot. 13-3, a one-sided affair for Gen.G as they bring home the